Well, my friends, this is a reload and an addition to this video that you clicked on to watch, because I posted this last night on YouTube, and today I had the notice this morning on my emails. YouTube removed your content. Hi, Bayou Gold Guy. Our team has reviewed your content, and unfortunately, we think it violates our misinformation policy. We removed the following content from YouTube. Video, Our President Trump Under Siege by the Criminal Left was the title of my video. We know that this might be disappointing, but it's important to us that YouTube is a safe place for all. If content breaks our rules, we remove it. If you think we've made a mistake, you can appeal and we'll take another look. Keep reading for more details. How your content violated policy. Content that advances false claims that widespread fraud, errors, or glitches change the outcome of the U.S. 2020 presidential election is not allowed on YouTube. I'm sorry, that does not sound like hate speech or anything that would violate censorship rules other than political goddamn censorship of a opposing party, political party. This is just absurd. And then it says, because it's the first time, this is just a warning. If it happens again, your channel will get strike and you won't be able to do things like upload, post, or live stream for 1 week. So I appealed this, and I did send a letter, and I said that that this is communist suppression and censorship, and stomping on my First Amendment rights to free speech, and pointed out that there were investigations. I can't even say what I pointed out on the thing because they'll ban me off of this one now. So a little 500, not even 500 subscriber channel that says is it that much of a threat to the corrupt criminal scum that are in charge, that they have their lackeys and their fascist subordinates like Google and YouTube and Facebook that will squelch any outcry or acknowledgement or suggestion of what we pretty much all that have any common sense or awareness know what went on, and has continued to go on and is going on to this moment right now. So I've edited out it was not even a minute worth of content of mentioning that in this, but just the reference was enough. So YouTube fascism at work right now, and my channel, I don't make any money off this. It costs me $1,000 a year to run this fucking channel just on postage and giving away gold. I don't make any money off this. If they think they're going to silence me or fuck with me over their fascist censorship crap, they're not going to shut me up. Y'all may have to chase me down on another channel. We'll be close to the same name, but no, you're fucking with the wrong guy if you think you're going to send me threaten me on my YouTube channel because I said something you don't like that you think violates your policy and your terms. Donnie can't even verify that it does in their own wording. We think it, because you're pushing a one-sided fascist libtard agenda and policy, and you're inflicting your communist views on every channel on you. So y'all, nobody's safe. I've mentioned it before. I'm surprised they haven't jumped on me from what I've said just in passing. And y'all know I got hit by censorship, and my channel dropped to nothing for a month when it was rolling along fine after I'd called out YouTube on something just a couple of months ago. So this is nothing new. But don't think for a second just because you're just an innocuous channel, not doing anything. You say one thing, you do one thing wrong, and you'll be on the other side of this. So it's just wrong. It's fat. I mean, if I could do this on Odyssey or Rumble, You know, I hate even being on this platform at all. I've said that from the start doing this. You're feeding the beast by even being on here, but it's the only game in town for the most part still. So here's the video now. You can see it. We'll see if they pick something else out of it now, since they were so specific on why they attacked it the first time. We'll see if they attack it again, like they're going to do our great president. Now that we're seeing, you know, that they have nothing on this. Now that this is the next day, and the outrage is just growing, and it should, as well it should. And this, like I said, they've crossed a big line on this one, my friends. And same thing with me on this. You know, fuck you is what I say. Come after me. Good luck, motherfuckers. Well, greetings, my friends and fellow patriots. I'm here tonight on one of the most tragic nights probably in recent American history, as we've witnessed the weaponization, the full weaponization of the United States Justice Department against the 45th President of the United States in an all-out radical left attempt against not only a previously sitting president, but the 47th president of the United States to be a political opponent that's directly threatening their power stance, because every one of his endorsements are wiping out the old guard of the Rhino Republican Party that are working hand in hand with the scumbag radical left. But to see this happen, to go and serve the statement Trump made as his compound was under siege, the Mar-a-Lago, his compound, his golf course, his country club, his home in Florida was under siege by FBI. They made sure that they hit it whenever he wasn't there, because if he was there, he'd have Secret Service to protect him, and they would not have been able to just go through and ram it. They broke into his safe. Now, these are the same people that have failed on 2 different false presidential impeachment attempts, and the fraudulent Russia that dragged out for years, and was under assault for 4 solid years. Actually, 5. They started as soon as he came in, but as a president. And now they've gone to this level because nothing can stop him, and America should be enraged at this. And I know it was the same disgusting gut feeling that I saw this whenever it came up on the feed on the video that I saw that I had the night of the election. And this, you know, as he said, this was an unjustified, it was an abuse of power. That, you know, that's not the way raids work. That's the last resort for Americans, much less a president of the United States. So yes, this needs to be, this is a line call. They've crossed a big line today by attacking our president and the next 47th president of the United States, and he will still be. But this is all in a desperate attempt to discredit and to eliminate him, and a message to his supporters saying this is what's going to happen to you. That's why we've seen I don't remember the guy's name, that they called in for these bogus January 6th hearings that, again, has failed. 225 days, 575 riots, nonstop, burning cities from Black Lives Matter, Antifa terrorists, and not a single word said. Hillary Clinton allowed to destroy 30,000 emails, bleach bit her computer, smash the BlackBerry with hammers, never a word said, and then still allowed to run for president. And they come after him looking, now they're saying it's for presidential documents that he might have destroyed, that it's against the law if you destroy old presidential documents after you've left office. That's what they're down to, looking for. And Mayor Garland, the United States Attorney General, who sent these people after him, should be impeached immediately. Anyone involved should be impeached. You know that Pedo Joe knew nothing about it, because he doesn't even know what day it is. And you know, he was dozing that he just recovered from 2 weeks of COVID. Now they sent him off on vacations just to get him out of the way, because, and again, this is happening right after all of the candidates that he endorsed swept the the primaries to get these people out of power. So, my friends, This is the rally cry. This is it. This is. They're not messing around. 80,000, 87,000 new IRS agents are going to be sent out, and they're going to be looking at people just like me that had a contribution to the Trump campaign. I mean, they can come after me and start digging in the backyard if you're looking for anything that I might have, because I have nothing but an old van and a red house. But people that do have things that are worth going after, that they're sending the message across the board. It's this is the result of a criminal of the United States at war with Russia, looking at war with China, Korea sending up missiles. Now they attack the president of the United States, from number 45, soon to be again number 47. That's an extreme that's an extreme act of desperation, because Americans are going to be enraged. Even this is where they're trying to get those independents. Well, those independent voters are going to look at this. If you're not convinced by anything else you've seen, and paying $5 and $6 and $7 and $8 and $10 a gallon for gas, and watching them give away the country and let legals, 141 different countries were arrested at the border of terrorists and scum. Because if you're trying to break in the border, you're a criminal to begin with. You're a terrorist against the United States. And the biggest terrorists of all are in the White House running this country right now, and just attacked our president. So don't react. It's time to act, but I'm not talking about any kind of violence. But yeah, where were the Republicans that were supposed to be? Where's the Republican rage over this? So there needs to be. If they raided Trump before they raided Hunter Biden or Hillary Clinton over presidential documents, yeah, this is it. It's time to get out in the street and start protesting like they do, except not like they do as far as violent, but in the way of making a stand and making your voice heard. But it just exactly what Trump said I was watching him on January 6th when he made his statement, because I was wishing I could have been there. If I had, I wouldn't have gone in. I wouldn't have been that close, I'm sure. But they would still been investigating me, because my credit card would have shown I'd have been there, and the banks would turn over credit cards to the government to hunt down Trump's people. That's how bad this is, my friends. This is nothing to be taken lightly. So, like I said, it's just a sickness in your gut that I had from 2020. Whenever I saw that. But this goes to be so far beyond anything that these scumbag liberal radicals have done. They let half the country burn down freely and never said a word. But they want to prosecute anybody that was in Washington that was supporting Trump on the 6th for something that was incited by BLM Antifa terrorists that were put in the crowd to incite and to carry out, as well as FBI, Department of Justice people that were still in there as well, that were inciting shit. That were all, it just goes beyond the pale. So I'm telling you, my friends, this is the time. This is the time to take action. Get out and vote on your primaries. Make sure if you've got friends, tell them they need to point out, speak your mind. It's a desperate time. We're seeing it happen. Exactly what Trump predicted has been going on nonstop since he left office, and now even worse, because they have broken every law in the book, as far as not only just civility and respect for the office of the president. And, there's never been in history a president that's been arrested, charged, or attacked this way or during his term of office as Trump. And this is how desperate these losing scumbag radicals are, that are wanting to, destroy our country, our culture, our morality, and everything else that we held dear, that made this country the unique and bright, shining light to the world for decades, centuries. That's it. Stay the course and act. It's time to act, my friends. Thanks.
We are going to drain the swamp in Washington, D.C.